follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times. I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, check out Neck 9. Go and shut the fuck. Just let me talk. I'm a time bomb, waiting to go off. Quite nuclear. I think I'm peculiar, a long truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father, but why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliant. High level maintaining the building, we making a killer. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small minded, all your ideas literature. They hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, go home later. Prove the situation, the often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayor. Little tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm a men in them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'ma tell them, just like my keys, drop my on the dinner work. My thoughts are keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophy is unidentical, I'm not India. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. Diamond bees, all bees, I call them biblical. Skating underneath the bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, 8, I need a 10, stay money to the leg, 800. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change. My mind frame ensures that forever I reign. Yeah. You're in the presence of the realist since I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the cyber block, young buck holding like we knew it all, not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater, let them like the in my paper. They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Q-Bone staying with the list. Really became a boss many years back when I'm gone. Give me pull your tears back. We put the banging producer. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Let's go now.
First play, first throw coming for Vic. And his first pass is incomplete.
But sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down. Play action now, Vic. And it's intercepted in the end zone. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back to the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
So sometimes it can hurt you, but right there, it paid off. Gonzalez able to tag on the PAT. It's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Tim, sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines throwing for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Dickerson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Michael Vick. A throw left side complete to Harold Carmichael. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Vick's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. 3 yards remain for second down. Up the middle they go. Dickerson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Ready?
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Michael Vick, an 8-yard touchdown run. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Tua now on first down. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Harold Carmichael, 71 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And this is the score 14-7. To the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Now here's Vick. He's got Mason complete.
As long as you go through your proper reads and projections, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get them into heavy traffic and it's intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of this that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4" hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
With the business, West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no different. Neither one play games, no swinging for them fences. We want to.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Devontae Smith now from his end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles, and his feet never stop moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's again to Cook. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw in film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
Dancing to his left. Looking here for Smith downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Vick. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over the 36-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
So that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets...
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because it'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
That is caught by Lamb. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. We're scoreless after one. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Dickerson, and this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. From the shotgun, it's Vick. He finds his man, complete. It's Mason. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Vick going to run a sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of a yard, and that'll be good enough for the first. This time they'll throw it with Vick rolling to his left, setting up the screen to Dickerson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, but it could have gone for more.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now. Prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot. And picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. Dickerson, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Eric Dickerson, an 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Whenever I touch down. Y'all can next double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can they make it seem like I'm moving, feeling big, keep it juicy, so we start getting unruly. I've been looking like a hoodie, keep it coolie, boy, I stuff you in like a bully. Like a bully in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I curse first. You might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen? Captain, I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just trapped in. Hungry like a bastard, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Think of the pain, no one to call up for help. No one to blame but yourself. You should've known that.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And with the terrible towels waving loudly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. They run it with a Hall of Famer, Eric Dickerson. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The throw over the middle, taken in. A gain there of 21 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. From the 38, Vick. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Vick.